Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Don't forget, if you like the video, click on like and subscribe and talk about it on chat lines or wherever it is your social media activities, and help us to grow and help more people. I'll talk to you soon. That's an Armenian name, isn't it? It says, hi Mehran 19 from Lebanon. Oh, ahlan wa sahlan. Says, I join every few weeks to tell you my progress. Okay. Says, you've helped a lot. I'm getting better and ignoring these HOCD thoughts. But when I imagine dirty stuff with same sex, it feels normal or like I'm not disgusted. Why do you have to be disgusted? This being disgusted is a mechanism to protect yourself. But when you know that you're the ultimate judge and power, nothing can make you do anything, then you will let go the feeling of having to protect yourself, because you're not scared of anything, because nothing can make you do whatever it is that is not in line with your values. So it says, even though I wouldn't do it ever, my problem is I feel like I'm lying to myself, and being straight is something rare. Well, this is what HOCD does. OCD is called in French, actually. French call it the doubting disease. But as I mentioned before, they actually have a little accent, the doubting disease. But it is called the doubting disease, which is what HOCD does. Makes you doubt yourself, makes you doubt any values that you have, if it's your value or you're pretending. All that is that what it is. Okay. I wasn't planning on doing it here. I was going to make a separate video on it of a better quality. But yeah, maybe I'll do that, because that's going to be pretty involved. I'm trying to make a video for you guys that actually explains what happens in the psyche in regards to HOCD and why this happens, which has nothing to do with your gender or changing or any of that. The mechanisms that are at work, and describing to you with using metaphors that you can understand, because I believe the number one key to recovering from this glitch or disorder is to clearly understand the process and the malfunction and the mechanism that happens in the brain, rather than thinking it some kind of a sinister conspiracy to change your gender, which is what the thought pattern goes towards, again, as a malfunction. But we want to know why actually, what happens? What are the responsible components in the brain? Where's the role of amygdala? Where's the role of the danger signals that don't exist? Where's the role of the shut-off valve? What are there? And is it only us, or every human being's brain has these challenges and shortcomings and malfunctions? And then what are the counterparts, counteractions to remedy these glitches in the healthy brain? And why is it not functioning as it's supposed to function in our brain too? And what are the things that are involved, and how we can actually rehabilitate it and help it? Because it's all about training. There's nothing wrong with your brain other than the fact that you linger in the memory of the negative thoughts, irrelevant thoughts. It dissipates at a later time trigger factor than when your brain was not in a glitch of OCD. Every human being on earth has intrusive, bad, negative thoughts, whatever it's considered bad to them, to different people, different thing. But every human being has negative thoughts, bad thoughts. But when a human being is not in the glitch of OCD, there is a mechanism that when a suggested negative thought, intrusive thought shows up, it reacts to it And then there's a mechanism that makes it fade away. The time that it takes to fade away, it's a short-lived time, and the system makes that memory of suggestion of whatever it was suggested that popped into the brain to fade away shortly after it was recognized what it is and gave us that, what the thought is that, and then fades away. In OCD brains, that time is elongated, is longer, and sometimes it sticks around. So it's about how to get the brain to train itself to faster forget and dissipate that suggestion that was negative to us. It's like when you're in front of a pond, you throw a rock into the pond, you can see it splashes into the water, body of the water, creates waves. Now, depending on the quality of the water or the quality of the rock, it takes a certain time for these ripples or these movements of water because of the rock having been thrown at it to settle and be recovered and become calm again. OCD brain is like a pond that when a rock is thrown into it and it engulfs it, it takes longer to engulf it, disappear, and the ripples to dissipate and become calm again. When we were not in glitch of OCD, a rock thrown out, and then quickly recovered, and we go on. We kind of forget. This cycle of forgetting in OCD glitch takes longer. So we got to learn how to deal with this disturbance of the surface of water while it takes a little longer to dissipate, or however long it takes, and what to do to be able to help this body of water to smooth out the ripples faster and in a normal speed, just like when it was a time that we didn't have this glitch. So that's what I want to talk about in that particular video, which it will take a bit of a time. As you can see, delivering it is not difficult, but delivering it in a way that everybody can understand it, which is what I pride myself to focus on, it may take a little bit explanation. So the video probably going to be, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, I don't know. So, but for now, understand this, and I will explain it when the video comes out. In the meantime, just understand that, as I mentioned, you're not the brain. Brain is not you. So when it suggests to you, you don't have to panic, because its suggestion doesn't come with any power. It's a suggestion. You don't give it attention or actuality or power, it wouldn't get any chance to become an action. It's like you heard something on the radio. It's a suggestion, but the radio is not going to, a hand is not come out of it. And, you know, like the radio says, oh, why don't you donate to this cause? Okay, it may be a suggestion to you, but there is no hand coming out of the radio to grab and go into your pocket and get money out. It was a suggestion. You don't pay attention to it. You don't allow it to become an action. You will not put your hand in your pocket. You will not donate to that cause. That's as simple as that. But you're thinking, oh, because the radio said, if I don't, something bad is going to happen to me, or a hand is going to come and take that money. That suggestion has a power on its own. It doesn't. It's a word. Same thing. The brain suggests something. You think because it happened and it's on the screen of your brain, it must be you. It's not you. The brain is not you. You lived millions of years before this brain was given to you. So where was you then? There was a you before we had this brain. This brain is an added apparatus. It cannot be you. It doesn't have the power to make you do things. It can suggest things, but you ultimately are the boss. If you watch that video that I suggested, you will know that your role and the only power that exists between you and the brain is yours, and that's the power of veto. A power of choice and veto. Brain by itself cannot make you do things. It can annoy you by things that are not in line with your values and you don't want to negotiate it. But if you understand that suggestion or continuous suggestion, even 24/7 suggestion, does not make anything happen. It just annoys you because it's contrary and contradicting your values. I used to have tremendously ugly thoughts to my values 24/7. It was like a goddamn hell. But I was old school. I didn't give it value as it could define me or my values or my principles. I just understood this is annoying and how can I stop it? And I was forcing to stop it instead of just don't give a shit. So finally, I figured it out on my own. I just went further with every time that such bad suggestions in my values or images would show up, I'll go further with it. I would actually help it to be even more disgusting to me, to the point that I was not afraid of these thoughts showing up. And the brain eventually thought that, oh, he's not engaging with it. He's actually laughing about it. He's not scared of it because he knows he's in control. He will never commit to any of that. He will never enjoy any of that. You will never entertain it or welcome it. He just simply is not afraid of it. So no suggestion is going to make him allow any of it to become an actuality. And he knows that. So he's actually laughing about it, which I was, because it was true. It was ridiculous. It's not me. It's not in line with my values, with showing up, which is based on exactly the opposite. Like when you really care about some values and you don't want such things, and then that is being focused by your protective systems. So naturally, the opposite of it is going to attack you because you're fully focused on that topic. So any possibility of that topic being attacked is going to be conjured up by your protective systems. It's like you're commissioned to protect this mansion. You're the security guard for that mansion, security principal for that mansion. So what are you going to do all day long? You're going to be naturally, because you're responsible to protect that mansion, the security of the mansion, naturally, you'll be constantly conjuring up possibilities of that corner with lines dropping from helicopters or people climbing the wall. The attack to the mansion could happen from there. A fire could break off there. They could bomb that other wall. They could try to drill a hole of it. They could pose as a guest. You conjure up all these things that are possibilities to endanger what you're supposed to be protecting. So when you are really having a certain values and principles and so important to you and so focused on protecting it, so naturally the brain is going to cause all the attacks, possible attacks. Whether it's about your gender that you're protecting is so important to you, so brain is going to attack you with all opposite of what you are. So that's what the protective system, the brain itself is trying to do. In fact, the brain thinks is alarming and alerting you to help you to protect what you want to protect, but in fact is attacking with so many nasty things that is unbearable to you. And you think, oh, something wrong with me. No, in fact, you're so focused on that particular subject to protect, and it's so important to you that the brain is helping you to create all kind of havoc so you'll be prepared for protecting it. All possibilities from all different tangents and angles. And that's why you need to actually let go, say, nothing can pass through, nothing can become an actuality or an action without my approval. So therefore, I have no worries about all these suggestions because none of them can become anything because I'm the boss. I'm the only one that can allow any of these suggestions from the brain or from anybody else out in the street ever become an actuality in my life or not. I'm the power. But you don't notice that. You think the brain suggestion is the power, which is the beginning of the problem. Okay, on that note, before I go on more and more, which we'll hold it maybe for some video, if I ever get to it. I'm becoming lazy now. And remember, guys, there are many things that I cannot simply, every question could be an hour and half an hour discussion. And so you all know that I have a site, mindthatseekstruth.com. Mindthatseekstruth.com. Mind@seekstruth.com. You can go on my site, make an appointment for a Skype consultation, and we'll deal and explore with what's concerning you one-on-one on Skype. And for every new client, for 1 hour registration, I'll add another 30 minutes so we don't have to rush, and you'll have plenty of time to explain to me your situation and what thought patterns and what your concerns are. Whether it's about relationship, it's about OCD, it's about thoughts, consciousness, intrusive thoughts, whatever it may be. So you can make a registration there on my site, and we'll discuss it, explore it together, one-on-one on Skype. Subscribe on my channel, visit my channel, and go through the videos that you might be interested in. Mind@seekstruth.com is making it one step away to talk to me one-on-one on Skype and discuss what's concerning you. I'll talk to you soon.